Oh yay, oh yay. It's the Mark Attwood Show, Adventures of the Cosmic Suit. I'm now deaf in one ear. How you doing? Big shout out to Dale for this lovely mug that she gave me. Thank you very much, Dale. I really appreciate that. And I've got a hot coffee because I need it. It's freezing. I've inadvertently got into the habit of recommending books at the start of the show, and I just picked these two up randomly. Everybody should be reading this right now. This is the version by Joseph B. Lumpkin, The Books of Enoch. Seems to be very appropriate. And there's a great interview actually on Glenn Beck's show. Go and watch that. An explorer in Peru with a very tasty mustache. Go and have a look at that because it's very pertinent. This one is called The Kingdom of the Two Suns by Francisco Martinez Dalmases. Now, I picked this up in a market in Orgiva in Spain in the summer because look, it's got this picture on, which is also at the top of my website. And I was intrigued. I didn't get to meet the writer, but I met one of his friends. But that got translated from Spanish into English. You see, books are important. They're an important part of the awakening. Not that you have to read. I mean, watch videos. You know, I know there's a guy coming on in a minute who doesn't like reading at all. And he also likes fast cars, which I'm very much into. So I'm very pleased. It's going to be fun today. I have the wonderful, I need to build this up more, the wonderful, the amazing Honey C. Golden and Richard Cardinal on the show today. Please say hello now. How are you?
Hi.
Yes. So, Honey, who I last saw in my kitchen about a month ago, and Richard, who I've been watching on YouTube, and I was very pleased when I said to Honey, do you want to do a show? She said, do it with Richard. I thought, well, that saves me an email. Brilliant. Thank you very much. 2 for 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more fun.
It is, and I'm very pleased that Richard's a muscle car fan as well because because I'd be doing a car channel if I wasn't doing this, Richard. I would.
I believe you. I feel you. Yes, I can feel your energy. Mark, I have to say it is an honor to be on your channel today. I've been watching your videos for quite a few years, and around our group, which is with Honey and Tarot by Isabella, you have a lot of respect from all of us. So thank you for this beautiful opportunity, dear new brother.
Well, thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure to actually meet you, and well, you know, virtually, but we do meet in person eventually, don't we, Honey?
We do. Yeah, and that's the best, honestly, meeting in person. And that's when you really get to know somebody, like you can really feel their energy. But we do a pretty good job online.
Yeah,
I'd say. Yeah.
Very good job online.
Mm-hmm.
You two are certainly doing a good job online. And thank you for those kind words. It's an interesting run up we've got to Christmas, isn't it? Energetically, we've got 3 Eye Atlas. We've got UFO sightings off the charts. What else have we got? Enormous different realities. I just had a chat with my daughter by the lake.
Oh.
And she said, have you seen this thing about Trump? And have you seen that thing? And I said, is it possible that there are multiple realities and reality is malleable and you are connecting with the thing that your consciousness is aligned with? And she went, yeah. Anyway, over to you. What's going on with the higher selves? What's going on in the tarot? What's going on with the ETs? Over to you. I'll just sit here and sip my coffee.
I'll join you. Yum, yum, bubble gum. Cheers. Cheers.
Here, I have tea.
Well, cheers to tea as
I've
well.
graduated out of the coffee. I just do 1 cup a day. Yeah, everything's going on. And a lot of what's going on too is a lot of people are bringing up their deepest traumas right now for clearing. And that's been probably the hard part of what's going on. All the rest of it to me has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a lot of fun, but I often I was having that this morning. I was like, I'm really enjoying my life. We're in the middle of a genocide, Mark. Yeah, I know we're in the middle of it. I've been having the same dichotomy for years now. But again, explaining to my daughter today, I said, look, you have these choices constantly, small choices, big choices. The path you take is up to you. Your life is as much fun as you want it to be or as miserable as you want it to be. And it's all exactly as it's meant to be. So there's a lot of bees there. And on all those bees, I should pass the honey. Oh!
Yes, I'm being myself. So what I'd like to bring up is there's so much good going on right now. And if you are really caught up in the negative, then you're feeding it. So I don't really think a lot of it's real anymore. I think most of it's gone, and we're seeing a lot of acting and playing so that it can dissipate out. So the longer we pay attention to the dissipation or the fall, the longer it goes. Like, we don't realize the power that we have as humans to basically keep things going. And we keep it going through giving it a lot of attention and being really interested in it and worrying about how it's going to play out. And that's actually giving your power away to somebody else. And that's a subject that I'm just like getting deeper and deeper into, because it's time for us to start creating instead of watching the outside world as much.
Crumble.
Yeah. Let it crumble.
Oh, yeah. Let it go down. Let it sink.
Yes.
Let's get ready to crumble. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what I just said to my daughter. Exactly the same words. Maybe I picked them up off you, honey, subconsciously.
Telepathy's here.
Yes.
So I
We don't acknowledge it, but it's here.
I know it is here. The plants are talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so is telekinesis is very active right now.
Go on. What have you seen there, Richard?
Well, like, I mean, if we look at a lot of like old cultures, whether it be Indian or anything, like telekinesis is not something really that difficult. Like, I just did a video, I think it was with you, honey, recently, and talking about how to see the human aura. Like, you don't squint, you don't flex your muscle. Like, you gotta be in the now moment and calm and really go within. And then when you're so focused, you can see like the outer aura start to glow like a fog or a selenite color. And then colors will start growing and emerging. The same goes for telekinesis. We are within a simulation and we're coming out of a matrix. I see that the matrix was the inverted, upside down Stranger Things that cut us into a martial law. But now in these days, like Mark, honey, this is something very, very new. We're waking up from that slumber with Gaia. We are seeing the return of the phoenix, the golden phoenix, Pegasus, the unicorns. Is something very, very magical. So telekinesis is the same concept. Be in the now moment, go within, don't squint, don't try too hard. And telekinesis also works really hard with these two beautiful portals. In the palms, these are portals. Every digit is like a magic wand, right? They're all magic wands. So, like what you do is like, this is what they would do in India, and they have schools, honey. I think I saw that a few weeks ago on your Telegram, where all the young students are sitting like an Indian and they're playing with, like I love to do 1, 2, 3, it activates the meridians. And then you can go maybe with just a little piece of aluminum or paper on a needle that's planted into an old-fashioned eraser or a corkscrew. And then you just start playing, but you have to be mindful and present. Don't squint. Don't try too hard, as in the example of the aura. The end.
I love that. Well, I used to do that with my kids as they were growing up. They only reminded me the other week, we used to do that telekinesis. And before that, I thought telekinesis was the guy that played Kojak in the 70s. I knew I'd have to leave that a few seconds.
I didn't watch that show.
Like, I don't know what you just said. I saw the movie Carrie. Let's not be a Carrie on prom night, guys. Okay? Because that is not supported with this new Restored Republic.
No.
It's not supported. No.
Kojak was the bald guy, right?
Yeah. I'm just gonna have to explain this. God, the problem with working with people is you have to explain all your dad jokes. That's the problem. It wasn't just Kojak. He was also Blofeld in the greatest Bond MK Ultra film ever made on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. I'll check it out.
Oh, it's telesavalis. I thought it was telekinesis. I got it wrong.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, it's gone. That was fast.
Yeah. Well, people have. I'm trying to train people how to use the pause button. They go, "What was that thing you said?" Just rewind.
Yes, buddy. Yes.
Anyway, dad jokes aside, I've had a long day, and but I'm full of energy. I don't know you guys. Are you full of energy?
Yeah, so much.
10 a.m. here. I'm just like fully awake now.
But it's earlier where you live, right? It's like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where are you, Richard?
I'm in Montreal. I'm a French Canadian, and I'm Montreal, so it's noon here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Well, it's 5 p.m. here, and there's been like we talked before we started the show. I think that telekinesis stuff is great. We should do a whole show on just doing telekinesis. See how we get along. Should we do that? Let's do that. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
We don't do it live though, in case we all fail.
We could invite someone. I know someone who is teaching a spoon bending class soon.
No, you can't. You can't teach that because there is no spoon.
Right. That's how you make it happen.
Yes, as in the movie The Matrix. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that another subject we can talk about is also, yes, let's go telekinesis, like a Trump train, rock and roll. Yes, I love this subject. But there's also a movie Honey was sharing with me coming out on Friday about off-world disclosure.
Oh, what's that called?
It's called Disclosure. It's I'll look it up again. But it's basically being advertised on the news at this point. So it is not complete, I would say. And Richard and I were tuning into it this morning.
Is it called The Age of Disclosure?
No.
Maybe.
The End? No, it's not The End.
Because The Age of Disclosure is the one.
Oh, The Age. Yes,
yeah, The Age of Disclosure, the ET movie, comes out on Friday.
Where is it in the cinemas?
Yeah, and also on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
well, that is
So
really
you can watch it.
interesting. I mean, I'm just finding it for the views here. Look, this one.
Yeah.
The Age of Disclosure. Oh, well, I'm glad you told me about this. I didn't know. Oh, featuring 34 US government insiders and revealing an 80-year global cover-up non-human. Right up my street. Right up my street.
I love your nya at the end.
I am a professional.
I usually say blip, blap, bloop, but I love the nya.
Have you seen? I went to see a film last week. My daughter again made me go and see it, and it was the woman out of The Amazing Spider-Man. Can't remember her name. She gets kidnapped. She's the head of a pharmaceutical company. Gets kidnapped. It's a remake. I didn't know it was a remake. And then right at the end, this guy's kidnapping her because he's saying she's an alien. She's an Andromedan. You don't know if she is or she isn't until the end. If you haven't seen the film, pause this bit. And at the end, she goes onto a spaceship, and then it's a flat Earth, and the dome's there above it, and she pinpricks it, and then everybody dies.
Oh, I love it.
Well, great, lovely film. I thought this might be a disclosure film. And then I was wondering whether I should do a review of it, but I'm still in two minds about what it was about, because there was a lot of disclosure in it, but it was horrible at the same time.
I think they did that a lot. I think a lot of the disclosure, like you have to really weed through it and choose what you want to believe in there. Because there's a lot of disclosure, like they'll put it in a horror movie, and then there's all this disclosure in there. But if you buy into the whole thing, usually it's already been distorted, even in the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I haven't been able to watch a horror movie for years. I can't. It hurts my soul. I just can't watch them. I can't even watch anything that's vaguely realistically violent.
I agree with you, Mark, and because I do have experience in horror movies. I grew up watching them. And in my defense, like I was born in 1970, so I saw the rise of the slasher flicks, right? And for a young teenager, that was the closest thing that was taboo from porn, right? So, I mean, like I'm full of hormones. So I was really driven to movies like My Bloody Valentine, Friday the 13th, Halloween, all this. And I loved it so much so that later in life, I became a hairdresser, then a alternative model. And as an alternative model, I got attention from film directors and I went to Hollywood to do horror movies.
Did you?
Yes, and I did films with Michael Biehn from The Terminator, his wife Jennifer Blondbean, Tristan Risk. I've done all kinds of fun movies. They were low budget, okay, so B. So some of them I produced and I starred in them, and I
Wow.
always played a bad villain. But then something happened, Mark, just like what you're saying. You can't watch horror movies. When I had like my super duper, like massive soul awakening and I went into a dark night of the soul, all of a sudden I realized that all these movies I grew up to somehow, especially like the hostels and all that, these are based on like documentaries, and I don't like them anymore and I don't watch them anymore because I don't want to put my attention there to keep that thing alive anymore. So the roller coaster ride of a horror movie had dropped, like, dead for me, you know.
But you're right.
Although,
I mean, in the 70s, they were massive. I mean, they were massive cultural events. I mean, The Exorcist was 1973, I think.
yes,
Rosemary's Baby, I think, was 71, 72. These are unbelievably evil films. And then you've got, I mean, even Jaws. I remember when Jaws came out, that was considered to be a horror film, and everybody talked about it. There were queues around the corner, and it was like the most exciting thing you could do because there were no computer games. There were,
that's
there was not
right.
in the UK. People didn't even travel abroad very much. I mean, there wasn't a massive amount of things to do. So
Mhm.
horror movies at the local cinema were a real thing that a lot of people went to. And when I went, I remember going to. I think the last one I saw at the cinema was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Mm.
And I was on a date, and this girl, her talons went into me one of the scary bits, and then we walked out halfway through the film, and that was the last horror film I ever saw. But yeah, you're right, and that stuff really, they do hide a lot of truth in there. They do. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if The Exorcist
Yes.
was actually a documentary. I mean, it was so realistic.
Mm.
I didn't watch it until I was about 30. That was, when I said last horror film, one at the cinema is what I meant. I did actually end up watching it just to see what all the fuss was about back in the 70s. And I wish I had never seen it. I look back
Right.
and I'm like, it's like a bad demonic dream. It's just horrible.
But they were all roller coaster rides, right? So I think that with youth, we're looking for adrenaline.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is what these movies were originally done. But the trauma that they created in the adrenaline. So what happens after Jaws? Sharks are greatly misunderstood.
Yeah.
And Peter Blake, the author, Paul, no, I forget who wrote Jaws. Bentley, no. Anyways,
Blakely.
he would tour the world after to apologize for the
Yeah.
novel because of all the shark hatred. Sharks are greatly misunderstood. I
Yeah.
always got in my surfing the ether in my meditations. I'm sorry I'm talking so much. I
That's
think
fine.
I'm just excited to talk to you, Mark, so
No,
I
it's
can't
great.
shut
You go
up.
ahead.
But I see like sharks, they would be protected. So we've all heard about ley lines, right, honey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And in the waters, I call them love lines. So they're ley lines in water. Why do I call them love lines? Because it's plasma and that's emotions, hence love lines. So we got the whales, we got the dolphins, and the whales are singing frequencies. And I always saw that the shark were going into the love lines as bodyguards, as protectors of an unknown frequency that would come and then chomp, get rid of the frequency in this ley line, love line. And Jaws, like, I mean, there's shark finning, there's so much. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard about the beautiful sea, I'm French, conservative. No, that's political.
Conservation.
Thank you. And her name is Ocean Ramsey. And she's in Hawaii. Beautiful. She used to be a model for Sports Illustrated. Beautiful, slim, blonde, a heart of gold. And she goes deep dives without protection, not even the breathing, with great white sharks. She can hold her breath for, I think now, up almost 7 minutes. And she rides the back of like deep blue, the biggest female white shark ever captured on film. I mean, it's like bigger than Jaws. And she rides the back with, there's so much harmony, you know? So these
like
horror movies created a trauma, like Psycho with showers, The Exorcist with religion.
Well, that's super interesting. She sounds like Anastasia. She sounds like she's 5D. I love her already. I want to go and look that up. But I had a theory as well that Jaws was also designed to literally keep people out of the water, because being in the water is one of the healthiest things you can do.
Yeah.
And it was around, and Spielberg directed it. And we know Spielberg's in the Red Shoe Club and everything else, and all the other things he did with Aliens, with Close Encounters, then with Poltergeist. I mean, all of these films that he did had a big part in shaping, as part of the MK Ultra, I think.
But he never did Aliens. That wasn't him.
No, he did Close Encounters of the Third Kind,
Yes,
and
yes.
E.T.
Yes.
So he's had his hand in all of these, and Indiana Jones, of course. And there's tons of disclosure in the Indiana Jones films, and
Max the Crystal Skull.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, you had Jaws on one hand, and then you had Star Trek IV, the Voyage Home, which is all about the whales coming back to Earth and nobody understanding them, because the whales are all extinct on the planet. So they had to time travel to go and get the last whale to take it into the future to then save the planet, which is a brilliant, a hilarious film, but also a brilliant way. Star Trek keeps coming up. Has it come up for you recently, honey?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, I love it. I love the mycelium disclosure. I love all the parallel disclosure, how you can create your own, like you're creating your own world disclosure. All of it is so good. Star Trek is probably the most comprehensive disclosure series that you could watch.
You know the Link to Ireland with Star Trek?
No.
Gene Roddenberry was in the Wicklow Mountains, I believe, in the early 60s, and he was communicating with the ships, and he got given it and told, go to Hollywood, make this, which he did in 1966. And then, of course, for the last 20 years, it's all been befuddled with woke DEI woke stuff. And now there's a new Star Trek coming out that they've just announced 2 days ago that is getting rid of everything, is that absolutely nothing to do with any of the recent stuff. And I believe that that's to do with consciousness. I mentioned it on a video earlier today as well about similar things just happening with the DC universe and Zack Snyder's version of Superman and everything, which all got put to one side. Then the new Superman comes out. That was rubbish, has flopped. And now there's a new version coming again.
There's so many Superman. Stop already.
No. I want Superman every year.
Really?
And then, and James Bond, the last James Bond, all of them died. Everybody died. James Bond died. Felix Leiter died. All the characters died. And I think that was all deliberately, as a reflection of consciousness, was like, that's over. Okay. That mind control, that version of this is over. And I think there's a really good Hollywood coming up, which is important. Yes. I mean, you've worked there, Richard. You know, it can be so amazing and uplifting to have these great stories told. Yet we've had to put up with so much crap in the last 20 years, especially. It's just extraordinary, because every time I want to watch a movie, I have to go back 20 years to find one that I remember that was good, or find one hopefully I've never seen. But it's hard to because we want to be entertained, don't we? I mean, we deserve to be. Storytelling is a massive part of being human. So anyway, I'm rambling now. Over to you.
A lot of my favorites are kids' movies. So The Last Mimsy is really good. The Dark Crystal is really good. And they're giving you concepts that are so important. Yeah.
There's a lot of truth and disclosure in The Dark Crystal.
There is.
Oh my God, like all of it.
Yeah. I think Frank Oz is God. Come on, it was
Channeling
Yoda. He was Yoda. He was Kermit the Frog. He was,
Miss Piggy?
Was he Miss Piggy as well? He probably was.
I don't know, but I was in love with her.
I think, yeah, so was I. I think that's why. Anyway, that's another story. But I think that Frank Oz is voicing David Wilcock. What do you think?
I get yes.
Hey, I'm David Wilcock. It sounds exactly like Kermit the Frog.
You're actually really good.
Do you want to hear?
You.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear Kermit the Frog sing?
Yes.
Yes. Go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near?
Love it.
I haven't been drinking, just coffee. Honestly, it's coffee.
You rock. I love that.
Love
But
it.
I think you love Miss Piggy because maybe you're a bit like me because Miss Piggy was like the Muppet version in comedy of Farrah Fawcett.
Yes, I love Farrah Fawcett.
She's my icon. All this back here is all the montage I did of Farrah Fawcett. I got her tattooed on my whole leg. I got 4 versions of the swimsuit poster in case there's a fire. I have the bed sheet of that. I'm obsessed with Farrah. Yeah.
Oh well, we're the same age, so yeah, we've probably got a lot of similar cultural references. But anyway, let's talk about ETs.
ETs.
You got one on your t-shirt. You and me are always in there. Off you go. What's going on? There's a lot of what I'm saying, loads of UFO sightings, not just
I
me.
think
they follow you.
We're
No, they
prepping.
do follow me. No, they follow me, but other people are seeing them.
Yes.
And people are sending me videos from all over the place, and they're just extraordinary. What about you? What's going on in America?
They are prepping us for ET contact, I believe. And the whole 3-eye atlas, or as Richard would say, 31 atlas, it's prep. And the ETs are in on it, so they're also prepping us, and they've been for a while, but we have dates, that they're giving when it's going to be closest. So what's going to happen at that point? And there's all this information in the news and all over social media. And, they're getting signals from 3-eye atlas and all this stuff. And we know that it's coming. It started with NASA. So it's a story, but it's a story that will be turned into something because humanity needs to get out of the box. That's what I think.
Beautiful.
What about you, Richard?
Well, that was beautiful, honey, and I agree with every word you said. Of course, you're my sister. We see totally eye to eye. And now with you also, my beautiful new brother, Mark. What do I feel? I want to talk about this movie again. What is it called? The Age of Disclosure? Is that what we said?
Yeah.
So, and you're going to love this, Mark. The director of this movie is called Dan Farrah, as in Fawcett.
Farrah, yeah.
Okay, and I feel Farrah, she's here, right? Because I always feel presence. So I want to talk about this because this follows you, honey, what you just said right now, like disclosure. I feel that we're going into step level 1 of a disclosure, and this movie is very important. So I did channel this morning on the subject. I got nothing nefarious about Dan because I was not trying to interfere on him. I was looking on like an energetic signature around him. What I did get is that this is made on purpose or volunteer, that the movie is coming out as a level 1 of disclosure. What does this mean? I got that, and I haven't seen it. I only saw the trailer this morning. I got that this film was going to come out with truth at 60-70% maximum. And the reason why is that there is a form of limited a bit control on how to bring truth out in order not to traumatize or freak people out. So there's some stuff missing, but the stuff that I did see that is true at 60-70% is true. I saw honest interviews being filmed, but I did not see anything about organic intelligence. I did not see anything about real ET, like life forms, like off-world, Lyrians or Dromedars. I didn't see that kind of information in that, and it definitely does not talk about the mystical. So, I got the energy around it was almost like a silver energy. Okay, so there is disclosure. Then I got a blue steel energy, so that was more like governmental institution. Then I saw a third color popping up around this movie, which was like sparks of amber, almost like when you're two stones together as a Boy Scout to start a fire. And that energy was very particular as illumination. There is some truth and some hunger for truth. So there was 3 levels of colors that popped out to me. What's missing is that in the 30. It's not going to be complete truth, but it is not for us, this movie. We will watch it. We will love it, but it's still controlled. You're allowed to say this, but not that. That could be too much for people. Level 1. And it's going to be good. And what I saw around Dan Farrow is I got that he's honest. He's not like a black energy or a black force. No, 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 no. But I mean, through this movie, because he's got integrity, I see his integrity, but he's still like there's people in back of him. You can say this, but you can't say that. That's level 2. The end. Honey?
I'm just looking him up.
Yeah, I get the same.
Okay.
It really won't satisfy most of this audience. You'll be happy with it that it's coming, but to me, it's a prequel to the next thing, which is more contact from Three Eye Atlas. So it's coming out at the perfect time. It gives people a month, kind of like today's the 17th. And they say that Three Eye Atlas is going to be the closest between the 17th and 19th of December.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives people that time to kind of start to adjust to the idea that can happen.
As if they haven't had long enough.
I know, but there are still people that do not. I watched someone today and she understood a lot of the things that are going on, but people come at it from their own angle, and there are people that are very afraid of ETs still. So, and there's interdimensionals everywhere.
Oh my God, they're everywhere.
When you walk outside, they're everywhere. We just don't know it.
Well, no, I just did a show today with a guy that's from Dublin. It takes pictures of amazing photos, and I'm like, yeah, this is all kind of normal. And it's again with my daughter by the lake today. We were right opposite where the portal is, down near the lake, right, which is just in front of this island. And I was explaining to her, the 2 islands in front of us are actually ships. And I've had many people come down there and feel that. And also I've spoken to one of the local lads who saw a ship go around one of the islands and was zapping it with light, and it lit up. And he thought UFOs were crazy until he witnessed his own. And now he's like, I'd have thought you were mental talking about this. But that's what I'm seeing anecdotally, is people are already opening up like flowers to all the information, not just about UFOs, but about, the last 4 or 5 years and all of that. It's all coming out beautifully, and consciousness is 100% shifting. And what people are realizing is reality is malleable, and it is changing based upon what we do. And I think that's the thing that people are starting to realize, and they're seeing these choices and I'm talking about choices like Do I get my pet put down? Do I let my poorly parent who's been in hospital continue with the medication or not? You know, those kind of choices I'm seeing around me a lot. And I can see people struggling because they know the truth, but they're still being pulled this way and they're not quite over there yet. And I'm willing them on because you can't force them to do anything.
Mm-mm.
Can you?
You can't. And if the main thing is to heal the trauma and break the attachment.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we realize that the subconscious mind is basically like a broken record that is creating for us 24/7.
Trauma pattern,
Yeah,
skipping,
trauma
looping,
patterns, or this is
looping.
what your house
Yeah.
looks like, or
Yeah.
I have to clean the bathroom. I didn't clean the bathroom yet, you know, knowing you didn't do it yet, and then it's still not clean. You know, all those kind of things, they're in the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And the more you allow the programs to stay, the deeper the groove in the record. So you have to shift.
Well, I think this relates back to Hollywood as well. You know, where are all the new comedies? Where are all the new sci-fi? Where they're all
Well, where's
rehashed.
the new something good?
Yeah. Where is it? I think we got to write it. And that's why what I was going to say to you, Richard, is my God, man, you need to start an esoteric movie review channel on the side because I'd watch it all
I'm
day
done
long.
with Hollywood. No, I'm done.
He's not
I'm
having that.
done. But I love this. Like, I got so much stuff that I'm biting on my inner jaw, like, not to interrupt you. But okay, there's so much here. Like what you were just talking about, Mark, right now, you know, like how many people are feeling like, you know, like they see the truth coming out, but they're still like listening and they're living in fear. And what you, honey, brought in after is like what we've done in our workshops, how to contact your higher self and how to heal your inner child. The answer is never outside of you. God is not on a cloud with flip-flops. Everything is within. So we have to bring it like the telekinesis, how to see an aura, how to scan the truth. And I think right now, like a lot of people are afraid, it's not their fault. They're not broken. They're not damaged. They just were distracted for a long time that they're looking for the answer outside of themselves. If you're real and not a hologram and not an NPC, you will find everything within the library, the Akashic record that goes within your heart. Come within, come back home. Come, my precious, you will be loved. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. And I'm glad you said that because I've had that discussion with myself for a long time. Because when I started being public about what was going on in the world, it was about 15, 20 years ago. And I got told by somebody quite well known, she said, you got to stop talking about this stuff. And I regular viewers will know I've said this before. And I've been like, yeah, but we've got to tell people what the problem is, because if they can't see what the problem is, how are we ever going to break them out? And she said it's an inside job. I said, I know it's an inside job, but we do have to look at the outside stuff because it has to come to the surface collectively and on a personal level. And what you're saying is 100%. I totally agree with it. But I found it very important to actually point out all the bad stuff to people because they couldn't see it at all. And once they've seen it, that seems to be the thing that's making them get to the point where they are now going inside because they realize that's the only route now. But I don't think they'd have seen it before because they were, as you said, so distracted. Back to, you know, like the horror films we were talking about earlier, we were distracted by these things because we weren't fully conscious, and it was part of our wake up, like having a cold bath. You know, sometimes these things do make you go, aha, and maybe they're all part of the awakening journey anyway, which I think they are. And that's why we are where we are, right? And that's why we've got amazing people like you two doing what you're doing with the audience you've got, which is been so valuable. And, you know, people like Janine and Abby and all these other great people who've been helping people out through this time. And it's quite amazing that it's been this long, hasn't it? Isn't it, honey? I mean, it's been 3 years since we went to Morocco. Jesus.
It really is. It feels like a very long time, but if you think about it in the span of, you know, history, We've been doing this for so long, and we're finally getting there. Like, we finally are at the point where it's actually happening. And it's happening because we allowed it to happen finally. And all the healing that had to happen because of that. And yes, the bad things, that was a catalyst to awaken. I mean, if you didn't know about a lot of the bad things, especially in our age group, because that was our role, if you didn't pay attention to those, you didn't awaken. So a lot of people in their 20s and 30s and stuff, they don't really need that to awaken. I don't think. They don't need to know all the bad things. They're awakening in other ways, but they do have a knowledge, like a general knowledge of things were wrong, but they don't need all the details. So that's been another thing that's really been showing up in the little kids. They don't care. They're not here for any of the trauma of the 3D, and they will push the family till the family heals. Like, it's intense. The little kids are really intense because they're here to build the new. So they don't care about the old stuff. But it's like waves of people coming in to change reality. And we can get in on that if we heal, especially the inner child, the human part of us that's connected to all the systems that work in this reality, the subconscious mind, the body, the nervous system. They're all run by the inner child, the little human that we live with.
Yeah, I'm just.
I love it. Brava! That was so gorgeous. I'm spellbound.
Me too. And also, I want to let you speak, so I'll shut up because I never know when to butt in.
I pause a lot, which gets.
I've noticed.
Yeah, I pause a lot, and it's because I'm channeling in my higher self. I'm talking, and listening, and so it's really interesting as you cultivate your higher self and your relationship with your soul, because it is quiet at first and you really have to listen. And I think we've really been talked out of listening. As a group. Like, people do not listen. They just want to tell their story a lot of the time. And if you can listen to your inner world, then you change it. You can change it. It's much easier. So the end.
Yeah, we all have to do that.
Isn't that great?
It's brilliant.
The end. Roger out.
Done. I think we should all adopt that. It's great. But
it's also fun. There's humor to it. And a lot of people forget to have humor. We can talk about serious topics, but let's bring humor because that's what the inner child wants. That's creativity, And I want to go back, if I may, please, all the way back to the beginning. Honey, you were talking about a subject that, like what you focus on, you attract. But I think that I saw a video, I believe, where the hell did I see it? I'm just going to say Instagram. But whatever you focus on for 17 seconds, isn't that a funny question?
And it's 17.
The Q number, huh? 17. You focus on it, you attract. So if you go like, oh, I'm dumb, like I should not have screwed up, I embarrassed you.
Richard, stop saying it. That's nearly 17 seconds.
No, I know, but I'm holding this. Like, I can control, I'm using it as an example. I'm not bringing it home to me. But yes, I get your humor. See, inner child, I love it.
Good.
But this is what happens, right? Because then after you attract another 17 seconds, and everything that lays in that energy, you're going to attract. It's almost like there's like these vampiric energies, right? That just, oh, there's my frequency. I'm hungry. It's like a picnic, a buffet à volonté. So let's go and feed off it. And then it programs you to keep thinking that way so that you can keep providing food for it. So as you weaken, it gets stronger. But if we transmute it from a frown to a smile, I'm beautiful. And you know what, familia? Like looking at yourself in the mirror is amazing. Look into your pupils. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bring humor. I love you. You're so cute. I really love you. And you say this and you hold it. Your whole life's going to change. It is a simulation and we are the wizard. We just got the key. We thought the key was removed, but it was always in our hand. Let's unlock. Let's rock and roll.
100%. I was so lost in what he was saying. Over to you, honey.
No, I totally agree. Like we have all the answers inside of us and we're so beautiful. Like we're consciousness and we were created to explore and to keep creating and keep making things. And we forget about that, you know? And some people will say, well, this is all there is, you know, and
my
I'll
dad said
believe
that
it when I see it. Huh?
my dad said that to me, right?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. It's just before he died. I was on the stairs and he said, I think this is all there is. And I was like 17 going, no, Dad, there's loads more. What do you mean? But he'd had such a, I didn't know he was abused as a child at that time. And I didn't know. And it's, I'm not, I'm over my dad dying, but I'm not over the fact that people have been so damaged by what's happened in this world, and that's what gets me up every day because it's the children. And I just never could fathom that. This is one of the reasons why I had to tell everybody about it for years and years and years, because I just couldn't. We cannot live in that world again. That cannot happen again ever, not one. Right. So that's where the dichotomy of the ideas saying all the answers are inside, yes they are, and all the children of the, what happens is, and there'll be people leaving comments on this video, and there always are, right, saying, well, what about blah blah blah, what about blah 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 blah, and then you're like, you got to hold all these things together. That's what's amazing about being human. You can hold all these things together at the same time and forge a way through and build the new. You said the children are building the new, and again, back to this chat at the lake with my daughter was a very good precursor for this conversation, because I said to her, you need to go and look at Buckminster Fuller. You need to, and she went, who's he? I said, he was a futurist and an architect from 1950s, and he said, you can't fight the system, just build your own, build the one that you want. And that is literally a blueprint of an idea that more and more people are getting a grip of now, and it's just going to get better and better. The way I'm seeing it is it's just going to get better and better. And I keep saying the same thing to everybody. You manifest everything. So how do you guys deal with, do you ever get people coming to you like who've got such massive trauma that they can't get through? Because I didn't realize how traumatized I was until I started the work. I mean, it's been a couple of decades at least of me actually going to a peyote ceremony, going to an ayahuasca, going on a fasting retreat, doing all these things when I was younger, not really know why I was doing them, but knowing I had to do something because nothing else was. I knew I was flawed, but I didn't understand exactly why. And it wasn't until the biggest trauma was released when my life just started going incredibly. I'm not talking about money, and I'm not talking about things like that. I just mean like true joy, getting rid of these things that the inner child was carrying around and all of that. And we've talked about it extensively before, honey, but people still have a problem with that, or they can't necessarily, what I'm trying to get to is that they can't necessarily see what the problem is unless something on the outside is so big and horrendous that it dwarfs that, or it brings that up, which I think is what's happening, isn't it? Because these big horrible things, like, well, even the big thing, Three-Eye Atlas is a big thing. I'm not saying it's a horrible thing, but it's a big thing. And that seems to be like a magnet pulling all the trauma out of humanity or bringing it to the surface. That's what I'm feeling. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. Well, and there's 2 atlases. There's 3-eye atlas, which is a whole operation of let's bring in the ETs, let's figure out how to do that, because it's time. And the other one is Atlas the Being. And Atlas the Being was the divine partner of Atlantis, who Atlantis was also a being, but she was in charge of an entire civilization. So he has the divine blueprints of humanity.
Yes.
And he's been pushing those out along with the Schumann resonance, which is off the charts, and all the things that are happening energetically. We're getting our divine blueprints back, but in order to use them, we have to let go of the distorted blueprints. So that's not fun a lot of the time, but it can be fun if you allow it to be fun. And there's a lot of reflection. I mean, I've had people in my life that have gone through like huge trauma at the moment, trying to release trauma. And basically, what did they do? They re-traumatized each other. So and I said, well, you're all reflecting back at each other. So you have to heal what's going on inside. So if you're triggered by something that's happening or someone, ask yourself, what do I need to heal within me? Because obviously that popped up for a reason. Yeah.
I love this. I love this. But there's so much happening here right there. And I think as I was listening to you, beautiful sister, is like, I keep calling it like Atlas 31. It's 3-eye Atlas. I'm tapping into the being.
Yeah.
That's why I keep I can't say 3-eye Atlas. It's always Atlas 31. And I know there's a difference, but there are several beings. And let's go all the way back. Please be kind and rewind. Star Trek, you were saying 4 about the whales. I also tapped into the energy of Atlas like a whale energy. Because that's not gas up there. We all know this. It's plasma, right?
Right.
Yes. And in the oceans, and I did do a video with Anina from Vivid Earth a while ago, and I was tapping into South Africa, and I just learned that the whales had stopped singing. I did not know this. Anina brought it up, and as I tapped into, it's like whoa, they're not dying. They're in a recording studio learning the new soundtrack of the new frequency for the restored golden era. And then I saw also Atlas is like a well. It's got all that memory singing. So when you say, my brother Mark, it's sucking a lot of the trauma out, but it's also depositing. So it's like a bit of that yo-yo, and I think this is why a lot of people are so emotional, or pains are on the surface. We're purging. We're Linda Blair spinning the head in The Exorcist, puking like pea soup. The end.
You just reminded me of something there.
Can you give me a quick second, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
That's completely allowed. You guys watching can go to the bathroom as well. He's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So I was looking up The Purge. I wrote a poem called The Purge.
Oh, good one.
It's funny that this book seems to be. I was 4 years ahead with some of them, and then they're kind of people are saying these things that are happening, and they're all happening now. Now comes the time of the purge of all things accumulated across all dimensions and feelings and time, of all those relationships, of all those moments sublime, every angry trice, every betrayal, each and every word and thought along life's mighty trail. Time to let go of the past. This is good. I've not read this in a long time. I won't read it all now. You can
keep reading.
Yeah, I will.
Show the front of the book
The
for
front
my audience. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
God wins.
God wins. God won.
God won. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's good. Very pleased with that book. Even though there's only about 3 of these left in the world. I think they've all gone. Abby keeps nagging me to bring it out on Amazon, and I just haven't got round to it. But we released a book last week. Did you see that?
Fantastic. You did what last week?
Released a new book.
No.
Why Nothing Can
So
Stop
what's that one?
It's a guy called Charles Foxtrot who's written 2 books, and this one is basically a layman's explanation of Q. And it's
cool.
Yeah. So that just came out last week. You missed the poem there, Richard.
So is that a book you wrote, Mark? Because I
wrote this
from the bathroom.
Yeah, I wrote this one.
God wins, God won. That's what you said, honey. I
said God won, but yeah, it's God wins. It's a great book.
And I was just mentioning the fact that I wrote a poem called The Purge 4 years ago.
These are your pictures that you took with your camera? The Purge.
This is my poetry book with pictures from the last 5 years.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to order one of this, my brother.
Well, it's not for sale. I mean, it's got stuff like this in, bit of wisdom there from 1896.
Yes. Yep.
And it's got a few naughty words in it like that.
Get that away from me. Like, I'm going to drown in a pool of vomit. Like, come on.
Exactly.
I never want to see that face again.
I know, but I don't think anybody will. I think she's long gone. But
yes, of course she is.
Well, let's talk. Let's look. We're running up to. I think I looked on your channel and you did something about Christmas recently, Richard. And Christmas is coming up, and I just want to share with you two. I've been a little bit bar humbug about Christmas in the past. I've got 5 kids, and I always make the best effort I can. But I told them Santa didn't exist when they were little, and I see it as a big commercial thing. But this year, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go all in and really enjoy it, because I think we deserve. It's a nice thing, isn't it? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's time to shift. I think it's time to take back fun things. And we've learned that, even symbols, symbols like the OK sign.
I love you.
Yeah.
You know how often people say, why does he do it the devil horns? He's Satan. Guys, in sign language, I love you.
Yeah.
Let's all do it and see if somebody freeze frames it and says we're all Satanists.
Rock and roll. I love you.
It's really important that we take back our symbols.
Exactly. That's why I've got swear words in these poems, because people say you can't swear. You lost the Christian base when you swear. I'm like, no, you're misunderstanding. I'm taking those words and I'm directing them in the way that I want to at the people that tried to kill you and your family. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So it's taking back ownership. Sorry.
Exactly. So the distorted, it's like an overlay, we've had an overlay over the organic, beautiful matrix. And it's like we're taking this off and we're throwing it out now. And we have to take back the symbols that are good, like the spiral has been good for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And that's the way that time actually moves. So why would we agree to not even use the spiral anymore because somebody distorted it? Or would we agree to not have fun on our birthday because it means we're aging? So throw that we're aging out and have fun on your birthday anyway.
And probably don't have the ceremony or the spell casting or the song. Because that song, everything comes in magic in threes, and then you snuff your light out of the candles while everyone. That's a ceremony. It's black magic. But our parents did not know. Their parents did not know. But this is it. This is why, Mark, you've been fighting for so long, trying to bring the truth, because you're beyond a light worker. You're a bloody light warrior. Okay, so it was heavy on you. And I think the trauma that you had in the past, or your father and all that, it's because like everyone who had the rough fist is because they were the strongest muscle. And your higher self, no, but look, this is it.
No, I
This
agree.
is
I
it.
agree.
Because you have a choice. You either drown or you come out of the quicksand like the golden phoenix. And that's exactly what you're doing. That's what Honey is doing. That's what I'm doing. I haven't had it all easy. I had a drug addiction for a long time. Say like, but we've survived. We made a choice, live, die. And now we're the beacon, we're the hermit, we're enlightened, calling all sailors lost at sea. Come to within. That's what the answer is. It's like the reverse of the Russian dolls.
Yeah.
Like the end.
Yeah. The Russian dolls. The end.
The end.
Well, we're at an hour. Unless you got anything else to add, I'm going to go and make dinner.
Sounds good. This
Yeah.
was great. So fun. Thank you so much.
Yes. Yay! Mark and Honey! Woo, woo, woo! I love this. Mark, you were a lot more fun than, like, I knew I was going to have fun, but I really, really had fun with you. Like,
Well,
you
I'm
rock.
really
You're
5
a
years
rock
old.
star.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I look like an old man, but I'm 5 actually. Yeah, I was just thinking, Honey, Mark, and Dick sounds like one of those weird 70s swinger films. My joke.
Okay, Dick, because I'm French. But I say, who the fuck is Dick? I'm so sorry. I try not to swear. Oh, damn it.
Well,
I did it again.
I swear a lot less than I used to, but it's still good to swear. It's good to swear.
Oh, I swear in real life. I just try not to do it in videos.
No, I think you're right. I got told off a lot, and I've started to realize maybe they're right. Maybe I don't need to swear anymore as much.
You be
anyway,
you. Don't listen.
I'm still me. I'm still me. But do you know what? I'm not as angry. I've got an inner peace, and because of that, I don't feel the need to do it very often. But 5 years ago when they were trying to kill everybody, they still are now. But I'm at peace with it. That's an inside job. I've been doing the work.
Do you want me to pull 3 cards real rapidly?
Yeah.
Like instead of because I haven't even used like any of my
Get
balls
the cards out.
All right, so I'm gonna use my dragon cards because Mark, I'm a dragon energy, so I'm half architect, like Honey, and half dragon energy. So I'm very connected to everything that's elemental. And so I'm going to take my dragon cards. So I'm just going to do 3 to make it really rapidly. Higher self, oversoul, and universe. Tell me everything I need to see, everything I need to know. We already have one that flipped out. I don't know what it is because I don't have my eyeballs on. But give me 2 more in regards to the video that our beloved sister Honeybee and Mark and Richard, here's another one, has shared today. I want to look into the collective. I want to see as an au revoir, a farewell, beautiful golden family. All right, so last one. Let me put my eyeballs on. Here we go. All right, so everything that we were talking about today is going to touch a lot of the heart, the emotional side of people with the Ace of Cups. Aces or alphas, there's only 4 aces and 78 cards. This one is talking about the emotions. At the heartbeat, guys, they're all emotion. This video is going to touch your emotions. Heartbeat, ba-bum, ba-bum, bum-bum. We are talking about the King of Cups. So we got the Ace of Cups, the King of Cups. The King of Cups, yes, he is emotional. He is beautiful. He could have hidden secrets under his cloak unbeknownst to us. And this is what the whole conversation today is talking about, is that we are learning to go within, not without, and a lot of trauma is coming to the surface. That's what's under his cloak. But then we end with what? Another cup, celebration, the 3 of Cups. Beautiful golden family. That means that all 3 of us here, because we're 3, but all of you means 3, the Trinity. We're grabbing our cup, whether it be coffee, tea, wine, I don't do hard liquor, but whatever it is, we're coming. Cheerio, old chap. Cheers. We've won. The end.
Salud.
Did you love it?
Yes.
They're all
Great.
emotion. We restored a lot of emotions today. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
The end.
I
No,
loved it. This was so much fun.
No, I found that a lot of fun. Really beautiful way for me to end the day. Hope you guys watching it enjoyed it. Richard, wonderful to meet you. I'll see you again.
I love
Honey.
you.
Yeah, love you too.
I love you. Yes.
Honey, great
Love
to
you
see
guys.
you as always. Have a fantastic whatever you're doing the rest of the day. And you guys, see you later.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Bye.